I believe once you see someone in, poverty and that has less than you do, you kind of start to appreciate
what you have.
what it is you have. Experience improved self-esteem, self-confidence, and life satisfaction. So hang out with a bunch of homeless people, you'll start to feel really good about yourself. Watch Jersey Shore for 10 minutes, you'll feel awesome about yourself. Trust me, I've done it only once. And you do. Avoid burnout. So I'm taking a year off this year coming up because I have been in school since I was 5. I'm so done for like a year, and then I'll go back and I'll teach and it'll be my career, but I just need something else to do besides school.
Yeah.
Knowledge and work experience. That's pretty self-explanatory. I'll be working the entire time I'm there, and I'll be learning so much from all those little kids and just being over in a different country, in a different continent. So that's kind of what I'm excited for. Learn about the world and different cultures, meet like-minded people, and then have an incredible and rewarding experience. All of these reasons, they make sense to me. They're sort of under the surface of why I want to do this. But my reasons are a little different. This image is just of a kid off the internet from Ghana. I haven't been there yet, so I don't have any photos of my own. So this is the best example I could get. My one major reason I want to go is for kids like that. I want to meet them. I want to talk to them. I want to find out why it is that they hold so much joy and how it's even possible considering what they've gone through. And again, I just want to make a difference. I do have some selfish reasons. Give my life a sense of purpose. I've just sort of been going around, going to school, taking advantage of everything I'm given in Canada. And I want to, meet some people that are less
Fortunate.
fortunate than I am. The new adventure and a new perspective on life, because after 4 years in university just learning from books what it's like for people to be poor and poverty around the world, it's not the same as going there and experiencing it for yourself. So, I asked my big brother Rob to make me a poster for this, and that is what he came up with from what I told him. So, there's a satellite view of Africa, and you can't really see it, but across it's right there, and there's a zoomed in photo of it. Now, ARC is something I learned this summer when I was in Ottawa. My Aunt Teresa, my mom's sister, she sort of taught me this. It kind of goes hand in hand with how I was raised. So action, reaction, and choices. I am deciding to do something. I am making an action happen. I'm going to Ghana, I'm going to go volunteer in an orphanage, and that is going to cause a reaction for these children, for me, for you guys, for everyone. And that is my choice. Now, I was always taught as a kid that choices have consequences, and as long as you can live with the choices and the consequences that you choose, you'll never regret anything and you'll live life super happy. I don't know how there's any way anyone could ever choose to do something like this and regret it. No consequence that can come out of this, except maybe malaria or melanoma or disease. But I have shots for that. So it's all
long
fine.
sleeves.
Yes, exactly. A lot of sunscreen.
Is this a coup?
Yeah, well.
On we go.
The corrupt government over there. For me, there is no consequence that I could ever imagine from a trip like this or an experience like this. So that is what ARC means to me. Now, the school. When I say school, I mean about Seton itself. I chose to do this presentation here because this school means everything to me. And Eli, you can record this, I plan to teach here when I get my I'm not saying I'm not going to teach anywhere else, but this is where I want to teach for the vast majority something that is going to change my life just seems, it makes sense, because every moment in my life that has made a huge change has basically happened here. The date, as in April 5th, today, I've just finished university. I'm going to graduate my Bachelor of Arts, like it's done. And so it's basically a closing of one chapter, and this trip is going to open up another. So it just kind of, it makes sense that I chose today, even though I have like 6 papers and probably developing an ulcer and I'm freaking out. But it felt like it had to be today, or else, I don't know, it wouldn't have gotten done. Influences. I'm pretty sure that is the next one. Aha. So if you guys didn't know, I got another tattoo on my back. That one, that says Dad. So these represent my influences for this trip. The flower, as you all know, is for my mom. The ribbons are all of my siblings, and then obviously the tuba is for my dad, which he really liked, by the way. Huge belief, just saying, because my dad hates them so, but he likes it. He thought it was cool. These symbols represent my blood family, but they represent a lot more than that, because these tattoos are on my back, they come with me wherever I am. So my family is technically always with me. Now, I'm really happy that you guys could all come, because you're all very much my extended family, and if I've had enough money and enough pink cards, you'll all get one. But that's years down the line.
Yeah.
So the way my siblings influenced me to do this, they've always taught me to just do whatever I think is right. My dad is a different story. He's been there, and then he hasn't been there, and we've had a weird relationship, but I know that no matter what, he's always proud of me, and having him with me just, it solidifies our relationship, and I feel as if accepting him into this whole picture just really makes it better, because we've never had that really good relationship. And then, obviously, like everyone here knows, my mom basically influences everything I do in my life. She's the voice inside my head. She tells me what's right, what's wrong, what choices to make. But this choice to go to Africa was kind of like the last couple of years, the choices I've made, like going to Ottawa. I made that decision in like 10 seconds. Arlene texted me, she's like, I got my job. I was like, I'm coming with you. And I was like, oh sweet, I get to quit my job. Everything will be good. I'm going to Ottawa. It's going to be so fun. This trip to Africa, my friend in my history class brought it up one day. And I was like, huh, that sounds like a lot of fun. What else am I going to do this summer? And I applied, and I was going. It's just these impulsive decisions, once they're decided, they just can't be stopped. Like my decision to do Tough Mudder, like, yeah, I gotta work out a lot from now until June to do it, but I decided to do it in like 10 seconds, and I told everyone, and the reason I told everyone is to make sure I do it. Because once you tell someone you're going to do something and you don't do it, it almost makes you look like a failure, or just, you know, afraid to do something. And I'm terrified. Like, I don't want to go to a country where men get to tell women what to do. I don't think that's right. It bothers me, and I'm afraid that I might say something to offend them, but it's just...
We live here.
Yeah.
You just need to be careful who you're speaking to, Jay.
No, I know, and I will.
Because you're in a foreign country,
Well, yeah, and that's they bring that up.
and
on the website.
they don't think much of women. And
See, she's got one thing going for her. She has Kylie, she has us. We lived in Papua New Guinea for 8 years.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we
She still
know
is there
what it's like.
alone.
Like I almost got thrown in jail.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
so Kylie can fill her in on exactly what to expect.
Well, and then yeah, the website's really good for it. But I don't know, like as much
like to do like I did. We went to Papua New Guinea, and all the guys could talk about was the big tubs they had for cooking meat. Because Kylie's grandparents are cannibals. They are. Her
Really?
godparents over there are cannibals.
Nice.
They're the greatest people in the world.
You mean they're still cannibals?
Yeah. But
So
it's a
what?
different thing. It's
Okay,
different
so
than
how
that.
do they eat? Do they go out and kill people, or do they
No,
wait till they
only
die?
Only after a battle.
Only after a battle.
Yeah, to get the person they killed power, the strength that they are.
Whoa.
It took me a long time to figure out. Michael and Betty had to sit down and do me a lot of talking.
So are these people running around in just
Yep.
little pieces of leather on them,
Gorge.
and going around in battle and then
No,
eating?
they don't fight too much anymore. Very rare.
But they're still eating people.
Yep. There's one over there where a guy hacked up a kid and ate it.
Well,
Alrighty then, back to influences.
But it's something that you can put in the back of your mind after a little while.
Why did he hack up a kid?
They didn't put anything more in the paper, and I was reading it online. But that's where Kylie can get. Kylie went to the private school, the international schools, but her best friends were national girls.